this might be one of my favorite things we've done in all of Bucharest. Same for you, or?
Yes, actually.
It's really incredible here. We're in a place called the Village Museum. It's an outdoor, open-air collection of something like 102 historical buildings that they've collected from all around Romania. So there's houses here from as far back as the 1700s, which you can go wander through at your own leisure. There are churches which are really awe-inspiring. From again 1700s, 1800s, and there are even like farmers' buildings, shepherds' huts. There are these halfway underground houses, which are the original air conditioners of 200 years ago.
Right.
And not just buildings, but also machinery. So they've got this wax press, which was made in the 1700s. You can see the big screw on the end where the animals would twist around to rise the big heavy piece of wood, and then it would use its own weight to squish as a wax press. 200 years that machine was in use, from the 1700s until the 1900s.
Wow.
Sort of incredible. They've got this gate, which is still functioning. I would say my personal favorite so far, or the most memorable building, was the 1773 church, which looks so picturesque, and it is complete with original 1773 paintings around the door.
Yes.
It's like speechless, mesmerizing,
Wow.
awe-inspiring. Most of the materials in these buildings are original, because when we're inside we can see signs that say 2 people maximum, because the floor might be 250 years
That's
old,
right.
or 300 years old. Some of the buildings are set up like museums, so you can learn about each one. And I will say every single building has a plaque out front of it with information on it, including English.
Yes.
So it's really, really great. They'll tell you where in Romania the building's from. They'll tell you the floor plan and the layout of what each room was used for.
That's right.
Cannot beat it. Absolutely love it. I will say we weren't really planning on coming here, but our friend Michael from the Dodo Explorers invited us here. Big thanks to him.
Yeah.
Absolutely loving it. And he's been telling us interesting stuff along the way. One of the most interesting ones was the Happy Cross. So check this out. Okay, check this out, guys. This is called a Happy Cross.
Yes.
Tell me about the Happy Cross again.
So in the northern part of the country, there's like a big cemetery full of crosses like this, and the people, they make these crosses, and for them, when somebody or a family member or somebody dies, it's not a sign of sorrow and I don't know, being sad.
Right.
You should be happy. You should be happy for the guy who went to God, and that's
Sure.
why all the crosses are painted bright blue, and they have like a funny story about how the person died written on them.
A funny story about how the person died.
Yes, this is more or less
Amazing.
Romanians mocking death and just saying, we don't care.
So for example, if you were, let's say you were hit by a car, you would say like,
Yeah, you would say like, damn new car for hitting me, and while I was going with my groceries to something like this, yeah. Very interesting.
very interesting. The Happy Cross.
Yes.
Awesome, thanks buddy. Also, the traditional bird caller was very interesting. There it is. Got it. Traditional bird caller. So the idea is that it'll make the birds come to you
Yeah.
if you're a bird watcher or hunter maybe.
Yes.
Awesome. Good one. Now, I will say our friend Michael got his name. In Romania, it's Mihai. The name sort of comes from the last king of Romania, which is the king up until communism, when the communists kicked out King Mihai. And we actually visited King Mihai's palace. So we got this one shot from outside the palace. Unfortunately, it's a guided tour and there's no cameras allowed.
Inside, yeah.
So we paid an extra 40 lei for the
person.
palace of the last king of Romania. I think it's a must do. If you're coming this far, don't go all the way and not go in the palace. So no pictures, unfortunately, of the palace, but it was really interesting. And we've had such a great time. This is one of my favorites in Bucharest. For me, this checks all the boxes. It's exciting because you're walking around and constantly, you know, adventuring.
Yeah. Plus, the weather is so good today.
The weather
it's
is
not
perfect.
Too hot. Yeah.
But also it's like historical and it's cultural and you're learning things. Really
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, and the museum, this open museum, is inside this big park, huge park. So I really like it.
It's really great in here. Admiring some of the craftsmanship is really special because some of the windowsills are like 250 years old and they're like so intricate, or just the size of the gigantic planks for the walls that are all dovetailed, like no nails, they just kind of fit together perfectly. It's been really, really great. Plus it's just open air and you can do whatever you want, no tour guide, so we're just kind of freestyling. It's been really, really great. We also learned about a very interesting Romanian Christmas tradition from Michael. Check this out.
During Christmas, normally in Romania, we have a very interesting tradition. The people are getting dressed as bears, and they go through the city and mostly to the village, and they dance. They do like this, just so that they fend away the evil spirits.
Amazing. For Christmas.
Yes, for Christmas.
And also the one you said with the
yes, also
head.
there's another thing is with the goat, going with the goat. The people will get dressed like in a, they put like a sack on top of them. They have like a small mouth of a goat out of wood. And sometimes you'd see people dressed as bears, sometimes as a goat. And this whole thing is like to fend off the evil spirits and bring good fortune to the people.
Amazing Christmas celebration. A wooden goat head and a bear skin.
Yes. Yes.
Dancing.
Awesome.
Yes. Thanks, buddy. Seriously, great day today. One of my favorite days in Bucharest. Learned so much and did so much. Absolutely loved it. For 20 lei, the value is incredible. Sort of reminds me of the place in Terengganu. Cultural village we went to, remember? In Malaysia. Yeah. Or even Terapuri. Yeah. Similar, it's all traditional buildings and interesting information on every single one of them. Accessible, leisurely, fantastic day. Yeah. Loved it. 5 stars.
Now let's check out this park and then we'll get some drinks and food.
Sure. Let's go.
Mici. Look at this.
This is the #1 Romanian food.
Look
no further.
Juicy looking Mici.
Oh baby. Tell you what, guys.
Mustard, pickles, and potatoes.
So good. Guys, stay tuned for our lakefront street food video.
Yeah, I just saw lots of street food around here, so we might come back and do a street food video
Stay
around
tuned.
here.
It'll be lake food rather than street food.
That's true. Okay.
Oh my gosh, Yvonne, I'm so jealous of you having the first bite. Awesome. All right, see you guys later. Street food vlog coming soon.
Bye.
Hold on. Is this allowed?
Yeah, why not?
Revolutionizing meat eating.
Yes.
And bread and mustard, I heard, is the college food here.
Yep. College food.
In Canada, we have ramen or like craft dinner. Here, bread and mustard.
Actually good though.
Yep. No.
How do you get your plate that clean?
Professional meat eater, Ivana.